Hello, all. I just got done watching Candace live. Very intense. It's so crazy, too. Right before I started it, I was like, I have a feeling it's going to be a very intense episode. And it was. It was. I felt every bit of it, too. In so many different ways. So much of my story and so much of my quirks mirror. It really does. I love when she shares tidbits of Charlie and his quirks. I really, really do. I love that aspect of it. Because it's like, dang. He had such a childlike disposition of him. He really did. He was just in his own little world. And I am too. And I always have been. It's very peculiar for a lot of people. I get it. It's peculiar for me. I've just learned to embrace it. And so it's just, that was really, really nice for her to share that. And in reference to the DuPonts, the Rothschilds, all these names sound very familiar to me. You got to understand, I was in banking for 10 years. There's a lot of funny money up in my area. I'll tell you that. Both those names have a play over here. They do. As always. And in reference to the story and the molestation and all that stuff, it's so deep. It's so deep in reference to me and my storyline. It really is. They know it. Ain't nothing like when you figure out and you wake up to like your own family wanting you 10 feet under. You know what I'm saying? It's very peculiar. It's a very peculiar wake-up call, to say the least. Not one family member in my life has apologized. Not one. Not one. To this date. Not one. From my dad when I was a child, being molested, marrying the man, like my mom not believing me. No one. No one. There is zero sorries coming this way. And that's okay. I don't need the apologies. I really don't. I do forgive wholeheartedly. You know, I do. I forgive them for me. I do. I forgive them for me. Forgiveness is for you. Forgiveness is for you. It's important for your heart. It's important for your peace. It's important for your soul. And I do love my family. I do love my family, and it's unfortunate. But it was all so divinely orchestrated, and it's bigger than me. It's bigger than me, and I know that. It's bigger than Charlie. It's bigger than Candace, and she gets that. It's a mission. It's a mission. It's big, big. July 20th, that day, big day. That's my ex's birthday. I know he's very much entangled in this too. Again, I know I bring him up a lot. He's a big part of my life. Will always be. I love him very, very much. Good, bad, and ugly. You know? And I love everybody in my past, good, bad, and ugly. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. People make decisions and they are what they are. But you still love them. You know, their decisions don't have to affect you. But you can still stand on your truth. You can still stand on your truth. You can stand on your justice. And you can fight for what's right. Now, if fighting for what's right pulls them down and whatever it is they put themselves in, then that's between them. You know what I mean? Like, you can't fight that battle. That's not your battle to carry. And I had to learn that the hard way. I carried so many people's battles. And I felt very compelled while I was on watching the live with her, which she's doing her book, and I am going to watch her book. I'm going to get in the shower and stuff. But anyways, sidetrack, squirrel. Oh my gosh. What did she say? Exasperated? Not exasperated. Oh my God. Ascertain? She said ascertain. My coworker loves that word. I love that. When she said that, I was like, oh, baby, I hear you. Ascertain, you know, I love it. You know, we the people stand together. You don't have to know who we are. We stand together. What inspired me to question the company I was working for, unpack it? I feel like we need to spend a little bit of time on this. Shall we? So, I think it was in 2019. 2019, I think. I was holding down the fort by myself, solo dolo. They had let go of the young lady that worked in my office with me. And they then brought on someone that had no property management experience. None. And she was the teacher of their children. Or somehow accumulated in that. No property management experience. I'll tell you this. From that moment forward, since that woman started, was a bowl full of chaotic, manipulative mess. I now realize that I was working with numero uno, Jezebel, devil, darkness. Straight up. Straight up. And if I ever come into passing with her, I don't even know what to say. I'm praying for you. I'm praying for you, and I'm praying for your family, because you know what you do. That said, when old homegirl came in, mind you, 2019, I started the company in 2015. I think it was 2019, 2020. So I'd already been there for 4 years, and we were growing vastly. Then COVID hit. And COVID hit, I was bombshelled. I had my butt handed to me over and over and over again. I was so busy. And I brought on so many properties, okay? During the midst of that, from 2019, 2020 timeframe to 2023, when I resigned in October, there was a lot of formulation changing in reference to insurance. All right, limited liability insurance that kept rolling out. All right, and it was become where it was like forced, where the residents had to carry it, they had to pay for it, and as that rolled out, then the claims started happening in reference to the issues in the property. Because the thing is with limited liability insurances, it does not cover personal property damage for the resident. All right. It covers the property. It's limited liability insurance. So I always found that to be weird. First of all, investors are to carry insurance on the property of the investment home. So why do you have to double down and make your resident carry it too? I felt like that was kind of odd. Needless here nor there. Again, I don't have much say. Old girl and, the boss, they had it, whatever. And not to mention, I was trying to keep everything on float. That said, when the properties like, preventative maintenance, residents not letting us know certain things. So it covers, flood, fire, septic, sewage type stuff. There was claims being put in that was a little bit peculiar. It was just negligence of the property. It really required the owner to do upkeep. All right. And there was some skewedness there happening. Okay, and mind you, this is like 2019 to 2023. So all this in this timeline. There's a lot of other things behind the fence of that. There's buying of other companies. I flew down to the Keys that last year. I was there twice to help promote and get that property long-term up and going. We're going to touch on all this. All right. Not to worry. I do not want to let my people down. All right. And I won't let my people down. All right. However, there, like the last 6 months, 7 months, I could just tell things were weird. Financing wasn't lining up. Questions weren't lining up. Nothing was lining up. Nothing was making sense in reference to the questions I was being asked from her, the questions I was being asked from him, the accounting, like all this stuff. It was just really, really peculiar. All of it around it was very peculiar. All right. And then leading up to my resignation, when I just hit like nails down, and mind you, I was battling my addiction. I freaking own it. I was. All right. And they knew it too. And then I had that handy dandy conversation, that 5-hour conversation, and not to worry, I'm going to shed light on that whole thing too. But to give you an idea, that is a backstory of it. All right. Somehow, some way, there's all kinds of insurance stuff. And it wasn't always that way. But for some reason, when so-and-so came in with a company, the entire formulation of the company changed. It did. And by the end of it, when I resigned, she was driving his car. One of them, at least, by the way, because that's normal. That is normal behavior.